anye others, basta samshu, the beard of the goat, bhrigu bhrigu bhavet, he may have. Translation: those who have had their arms cut off will have to work with the arms of Ashwini Kumara, and those whose hands were cut off will have to do their work with the hands of Pusha. The priest will have to act in that manner. As of Brigu, he will have the beard from the goat's head. Purport. Bhrigu Muni, a great supporter of Daksha, was awarded the beard of the goat's head, which was substituted for the head of Daksha. It appears from the exchange of Daksha's head that the modern scientific theory that the brain substance is the cause of all intelligent work is not valid. The brain substance of Daksha and that of a goat are different. But Daksha still acted like himself, even though his head was replaced by that of a goat. The conclusion is that it is the particular consciousness of an individual soul which acts. The brain substance is only an instrument which has nothing to do with real intelligence. The real intelligence, mind, and consciousness are part of the particular individual soul. It will be found in the verses ahead that after Daksha's head was replaced by the goat's head, he was as intelligent as he had previously been. He prayed very nicely to satisfy Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, which is not possible for a goat to do. Therefore, it is definitely concluded that the brain substance is not the center of intelligence. It is the consciousness of a particular soul that works intelligently. The whole movement of Krishna consciousness is to purify the consciousness. It doesn't matter what kind of brain one has, because if he simply transfers his consciousness from matter to Krishna, his life becomes successful. It is confirmed by the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita that anyone who takes up Krishna consciousness achieves the highest perfection of life, regardless of whatever abominable condition of life he may have fallen into. Specifically, anyone in Krishna consciousness goes back to Godhead, back to home on leaving his present material body. Do the pranam mantras. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutapadakammalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये आंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We are reading from this wonderful section of Srimad Bhagavatam where Lord Shiva has forgiven uh, Daksha Prajapati for his uh, misadventure, where Daksha Prajapati uh, tried to perform a sacrifice where he's insulting Lord Shiva by not offering him um, by not giving him place uh, in the yajna, and because of that, Mata Sati feels very offended and she gives up her body. And then this whole fight ensues where um, Lord Shiva's Ganas, they go and then they chop off the head of um, Daksha. Uh, they rip off the mustache of Bhrigu Muni, uh, and they just destroy the uh, Yagya arena, the place. Now, after that, all these demigods and priests present, they realize their mistake and they approach Lord Brahma. Um, and Lord Brahma has led them to the place where Lord Shiva is having discussion with Kumaras and Narad Muni, having Bhagavad Katha in a place in Kailasha region. And Lord Brahma has pacified Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva, in the response, is offering these boons or restoring. Um, so here he's saying that those who have their arms cut off will have to work with the arms of Ashwini Kumara. And those who have their hands cut off will have to do that with Pusha. And the priest will have to act in that manner. And then Bhrigu Muni will have the mustache of the goat which will be offered in the sacrificial arena, and the head will be uh, transplanted um, on the body of Prajapati Daksh. And after that, Prajapati Daksh will come to the consciousness and he will start offering and glorifying Lord Shiva. In our Shastra, there are two places where I we know very vividly where this head transplant happened. One is in the case of Prajapati Daksh, uh, and where Prajapati Daksh's head is chopped out by Shivaganas, and another one is in the um, case of Lord Ganesha, and there also Lord Shiva is involved, and he now I just tried to look up over internet that what does modern medical science talks about on the case in the case of head transplant. And I came across this experiment done by Dr. White in 1970, where he tried to transplant the tried to perform the head transplant of a monkey, where the monkey was partly successful in a sense that um, the monkey came back to the senses uh, and then was alive for about 8 hours. So, um, um, one may ridicule on the or may point out that this Prajapati Daksh's um, head transplant or Lord Ganesha's head transplant is mental concoction. But on the other side, we see that even the modern medical science is in the pursuit of it. It's just not advanced enough that it can successfully do it. But there are uh, indications there where it can um, no, it can pursue towards, and then of course because of ethical and emotional and other reasons, this field is difficult to pursue upon. How many animals will have to be sacrificed before they actually uh, become successful in this? Because you're literally killing two animals. Uh, but where medical science is really confused about is that, are we mind with the body or body with the mind? So when this head transplant happens, um, is the person who becomes alive is the person with the head or the person whose body was there? A's head and then B's body, if they come together, is it person A which has become alive or it is person B? Um, but in there, Srila Prabhupada in his purports is very clear uh, that mind is just the substance. Uh, it's not something which is the real self. You know? In fact, Bhagavad Gita, tells that Bhumir Apo Anilo Vayu Man Manlo Vayu Kham Manor Buddhir Evacha Ahankar. Uh, so these eight substances, are the separated energies of Krishna, which are acting as the covering on the soul. Uh, Earth, water, fire, ether, uh, then mind, intelligence, and false ego. So it's in this whole thing, the mind and then the intelligence and the false ego, these are all the coverings on the soul, and soul is the real person. We know that dehnosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam. That soul remains same, and it's just the transformation of the body. So Srila Prabhupada is very clearly here. So this experiment I spoke about, from Dr. White, so that happened in 1970. So looks like it would have been, the current topic or discussion during the writing of this purport. So Prabhupada is, that's why I'm mentioning that um, this modern science is not the modern science theory that the brain substance is the cause of intelligent work is not valid. Yeah. That's the first part which I wanted to cover. Then second part which comes in is that this whole destruction of the sacrificial arena which happened. Uh, on one side, we see that Lord Ramchandraji uh, is going to protect the yajna personally uh, when Vishwamitra Muni is performing. However, here we see that there is this yajna, this question may arise that this yajna is being performed by Daksha. So, why did Lord Shiva destroyed it? This question may come. And we have been hearing the context on it, but I just wanted to touch. touch base upon. That there are there is another instance where we see that yagya was in that case not destroyed but stopped, which is uh, uh, the sacrifice offered to Indradev by Krishna. So, if we take a step back and try to understand yagya, so there are two important concepts with that. One is the yajman, and the other one is yagyapati. Um, of course, there are other things as well. Yagyashala is there, then priest is there who is performing, and then yagya shamagri, all that. But if we take these two terminologies, one is the yagyapati, the one who is going to receive the offerings, and then the yagyaman, the sponsor of the yagya. So, in case of sacrifice for uh, Indradev, um, the the sacrifice was going to boost up the uh, ego of Indradev, and he he was getting boosted up in the context of that he is the one who is the provider uh, of the rain and other things for the maintenance. And if it would have continued, then would have gone in the wrong direction, further boosting of the ego. So Yagyapati in this case was not the real Yagyapati. The real Yagyapati is Krishna. And so even though Yajmans um, or the residents of Vrindavan were of the in the right consciousness and the mind, they're trying to glorify Lord Indra for providing the rain and other things for their maintenance. But the Yagyapati was not the real benefactor or in the right state of mind. And then in case of Prajapati Daksha, we see that even though he wanted to offer the sacrifice to Lord Vishnu, but the Yajman's heart was polluted. He was having a personal ego and he wanted to um, show off and at the same time insult Lord Shiva. Then, uh, even without Lord Shiva's presence in the uh, Yagyashala, he can successfully perform this Yagya. So, uh, these two things have to be in the right place. That the Yajman has to be with a uh, clear mind, and then the Yagyapati also should be the right Yagyapati. And um, in case of Prajapati Daksh, we know that when Prajapati Daksh tried to, uh, he was not offering a place for Lord Shiva. So a Vaishnava, what to speak of in case of Lord Shiva, who is none other than, we say that the only difference between Lord Shiva and Krishna is of a milk and a yogurt. And it's the same tattva getting transformed by coming in contact with culture. Same, milk getting transformed by coming in contact with the yogurt culture uh, and becomes dahi or yogurt. Um, so that's the difference between Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna. That Lord Krishna, for the maintenance and taking care of um, this material world, he is actually taking the position of Lord Shiva. Uh, quickly wanted to see. Actually, in sixth chapter, Lord Brahma, when uh, he's glorifying Lord Shiva, then he is saying that um, have to look that verse up here, but they reach, and then Lord Brahma says that um, Lord Brahma is saying, Lord Brahma said, "My dear Lord Shiva, I know that you are the controller of the entire material manifestation, the combination, father and mother of the cosmic manifestation, and the supreme Brahman beyond the cosmic manifestation as well. I know you in that." So the same Lord Brahma, who in Brahma Samhita is um, talking about that there is no difference between Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva in their original position, but still Lord Shiva is different from Lord Vishnu. The example is given of the milk and the ghee. So that's the position of Lord Shiva, and and Prajapati Daksh is trying to or has tried to uh, uh, defame and then not give a position to Lord Shiva, and then has said many things. So, because of that, the Yajman's heart not being in the right position, uh, this yagya was not successful. So, this question, that why Lord Shiva destroyed this yagya, uh, so this could be the answer. Now, third thing which I wanted to highlight on the cover is that Lord Shiva is known as Ashutosh. He is very easily uh, satisfied. So, when Lord Brahma led all these demigods and offered um, respectful prayers, Lord Shiva immediately became satisfied and he forgave them. Um, Srila Prabhupada in his purport uh, talks about that this punishment given to um, Prajapati Daksh is there are two types of punishments. One is that there is a conqueror and an enemy. So the conqueror gives in a fight some punishment to enemy, and then there's another kind of punishment where father is giving punishment to son. So Lord Shiva's punishment in this case, Srila Prabhupada compares to the father giving punishment to son. Because enemy giving punishment, a conqueror giving punishment to the enemy uh, is is just for the punishment. It's not for the course correction. But when a father is giving punishment um, to a son, it's for uh, teaching lessons, and it's for course correction, it's for teaching right values to the son. And we see that this time and again. For in case of Indradev, we see that Lord Krishna forgave Indra Devata. He did not dethrone him from his position. Um, in fact, he takes birth after birth. Indra Vyakulam Devam Lokam Mridayante Yuge Yuge. Krishna takes birth again and again uh, to save this world from the enemies of Indra. And here also, Lord Shiva's punishment towards Daksha is of father giving punishment to son. And that also reminds me of this, wonderful doha we all would have from Hindi background, that क्षमा बड़न को चाहिए छोटन को उत्पात, कह रहीम हरि का घट्यो जो भृगु मारी लात. That forgiveness is uh, all those who are smaller in position, younger, shorter, they by nature are mischievous, but those who are higher in position, they should take up this position of forgiving uh, with lessons learned. Uh, and this is a poem by or doha by Rahim Das ji, uh, who is giving the example that Kah Rahim Harika Ghatyo Jo Bhrigu Marilat. We all know this pastime where Bhrigu Muni, same Bhrigu Muni here mentioned, he wanted to test who is the greatest among Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and uh, Sri Hari, and he tried to test that by kicking on them. And forget about kicking, couldn't get to kicking in case of Lord Brahma and Shiva. But when, in case of Lord Hari, he actually kicked on the chest of Sri Hari. But Rahim Das ji is saying that Hari ka ghatiyo, there's no loss to Hari. And in fact, given his position, highest position, he's actually checking that, oh Bhrigumuni, my chest is so hard. I'm just want to make sure your feet is okay after you kicked it. So that's what is the lesson we all can take from this pastime of inculcating this habit of forgiveness. So with that, it's almost time. So I'd like to stop here. And if there are any corrections, comments, realizations you want to take that up in Nityam Bhagavad Seva group. Today is Ekadashi, so happy Ekadashi to everyone. Over to you, Madhupati.
Thank you very much, Akhilesh Krishna. We'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day and week ahead. A week filled with festivities. In fact, if we see our entire month, it's filled with such important festivals. Starting from this week, Bhagram, Purnima, Brahmotsav, followed by Janmashtami, Prabhupada Appearance Day, and capping it off with Radhasmi. So, being that festive energy to you all your energy out in the service of the Supreme Lord. Let's offer our prayers by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
In Jai Nrsinga, Jai Nrsinga, Prahlade, Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa Mugra Vida
Mahavishnu Parantam Sharato Mukham
Nrsingham Bhishana Bhadram Nami Nrsinga Bhagwan Ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai. And let's offer our humble obeisances to all the small Vaishnavas.
Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhuvaya Patitanam Pavane Vaishnaveyo Namah.
Vaishnavinda ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Premanande.
Hari Bol. Thank you everybody. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Ekadashi to everyone. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.